Okay, I'm live. Hello, welcome. Hope I still wait for a few more people to join. Last time people asked me for the donation link, but I'm so free to just put it on the comments. Um, of course, you can ask questions for healing. Uh, as said last week, it helps to just focus on something you like to be healed in your own field. So you don't have to do it for the world or the universe or anything else, because everything starts with your inner world. That's the universe around us. And together we are one. So just start with yourself. That's more than enough, I think. And well, if there are any questions, of course, I got hi Carrie, and welcome. I I start understanding that I don't see everybody who's watching, but everybody who is, and I didn't mention, you are welcome. Patricia is helping me on the site. She is looking at comments and will help to put something, yeah, the administrative part, let's say it like that. And I will repeat it later on that tomorrow at 11 o'clock Amsterdam time, Patricia will do a meditation, a guided meditation, and that's in the Dutch version, in Dutch. And at 5 o'clock Amsterdam time, she does the same meditation in English, the English version. And they're both focused on clearing and cleansing the pineal gland. Patricia is, of course, she's my partner, but I think she's a very, very profound meditation guider. And of course, she's a light language speaker. So um, yeah. So if you still have time for that, join it. We're still not sure how many times we're going to do this. So this is maybe an exclusive opportunity to join. Um, well, let's start with if everybody who was watching last time had a good time, please let it know. If there's anything you want to be healed, um, let me know in the comments. And also, I want to say for myself, there are a couple of things I think that are always important. And one of the things is always connect with your hand on your heart. It's my belief system that everybody is part of the source and has a particle, a photon. It's a little powerful light part of the source in their heart. That's making us really exclusive. It's making us also beings of multidimensional capabilities. And for many, many eons, thousands of years, uh, other beings have been trying to let us think that we are just humans, nothing special, but we are much more. So we have capabilities which are hidden. Sometimes you read about the DNA, which is, hi Rhonda, which is not completely activated. Well, I believe that's true. I, am getting more and more into the belief system that we are created from multidimensional DNA strings, and that well, the system on this planet was meant was helping us to disbelieve our powers. So the hand on the heart is an easy aid to get in contact with your source part. Of course, it's the other positive thing is that your heart is your compass. It's guiding you all the way in the right way. And being connected with your heart shuts off most of the part of the brain. And that's a no-brainer, of course, because the brain is bringing a lot of BS, bullshit, in the world. It makes us thinking things. And when we start thinking things, it's already creating that. If you start feeling things, it's creating also. So, in my opinion, it's better to feel things and manifestate or create those things, because in the brain there's also the fear part, and the fear part is always taking us away to other parts which are not the right ones. My belief system again. Everything I say is my belief system. Also, if you ask a question for healing, and please do, then it's my observation what needs to be healed so that I can translate whatever your question is into light source codes and then bring them laser guided to you. And of course, every healing is always for the collective as well. So it brings it to the collective as well. So let me see who is around now because I'm starting to chit chat like as normally. Hi, Carrie and Patricia, of course. Rhonda, thank you that you are here, that you were able. Those are the persons I can see. I hope Patricia can see a little bit better with other persons. So it's what we are doing, Patricia and I, is working really, really a lot with the pineal gland, and there are many ways you can see the pineal gland, but it's like a receiver and transmitter in the brain. This receiver transmitter is has the ability of being attached in the field with emotions, and these attachments we clean. So it's like clearing the pineal gland. It's clearing the attachments of old emotions, emotions which you haven't worked out, which you don't need to work out, because this clearing will help to get rid of those emotions. So um, I see only a Facebook user. I just when I started, make your healing request personal. If it's personal, my coach will work on the collective. So if you need something to be healed, of course we are healing the earth by making your inner world healed. So be a bit more specific, then my coach will work. Otherwise, they will work, but you won't notice. It's like setting an intention. If you say, "I want um, unconditional love," probably you will see a nice bird moving around, and you're not aware that that's unconditional love showed to you. So if you make it a little bit more specific, precise, and connected to something in your world, in your heart world, then it's easier to for me not easier. It's then the light language codes, the source codes, will start healing directly in a noticeable part of yourself, and around it is the collective, but your change in your inner world will change directly the world around you and directly the whole world and all universes. It's like putting a little rock in the water, and you get those ripples, and those ripples will endlessly move on. So please be specific. That will help, and it can be fun, can be easy things. Like yesterday, we had our Inner Source Galicia week update, and there were a couple of words. And as I haven't seen any specific, I see one of Patricia. Healing for the heart to find our balance. Okay, well, it's easy. If you listen to light language codes from me, I prefer that you close your eyes. You can always speak, but it's helping you to get into your inner world and put your hand on your heart. So let's start with this one. Let's start with healing for the heart. And it's not only healing for the heart, it's the whole heart area. It's opening up the heart area. We do it in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. And it helps to rebalance, recalibrate the balancing system in the heart area. And it's calibrating all chakras. Hi, Maria. Hi, Judy. Just let it go into your system. These are powerful enough. If you don't actually feel the power, trust. Sorry? Okay. Sometimes Patricia's in the other room, so I can hear her. So sometimes I think she's talking to me, but she can do it in writing as well. Let it integrate. Take your time. And let me know how this was for you. Die zie ik niet.
Wat is mijn request? Healing from Mother Earth. And the connection we have to Heavenly Earth.
So I'm silent, but because Patricia is speaking to me, I can't find it. Patricia, please write it down so that I understand what you're talking about. I don't see all the messages you can see. So that's the limitation of this tool of StreamYard. It's very beautiful, but for me, it limits me because I can't see everything what's happening. And but again, for me, the healing I do here is personally directed. So if you need any healing, if you think of any healing, think of the healing of your world. With that, we create a healing for the whole world, all universes. It starts with your inner world. Again, yesterday we were talking about everything is perfect and we have to trust, 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 trust. And these times are really interesting because they're always playing with our trust system. So again, connect with your heart, your inner world. Start understanding that everything is perfectly orchestrated for all in every universe, and trust that that's like this. So I would like to add the trust code for this again, and there because we are, it's in this planet that people are teased and tested on the trust system, so it can never be enough. So let's do the trust system and increase them. So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, just let the inner world start open for you. And it's in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. And these are codes which are from the source helping you to open for the trust which is already there. It's remembering the trust which you were used to. Shuma achata ish mash. Shunga data ish ayash ur and it's all about the connection with your heart, connection with your inner world, and rely that on the knowing, the feeling, the understanding, the inner understanding that everything is perfectly orchestrated by the source, by your higher self. Let it get into your system. Trust that these codes will work for you, for everybody. They are powerful enough. They will get there. Yeah. And namaste for everybody who's. So I see a lot of back, spine, and shoulders, and for me it's like hips. So it's like recalibrating our physical system, because there are many downloads and solar flares and things. And of course, there's a lot of distraction by all these EMF and telephone capabilities, which are interfering in our normal system. So let's recalibrate all the skeleton systems of every being. And close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and start opening up for this recalibration. And it is in all time, space, dimensions, and in infinities. Shumyai chum akata I shu 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 prana. And we're gonna recalibrate from your upper chakra to the lower chakra, your feet. Connect you to your higher self, to the solar sun, all the way down into the Mother Earth, Jinjet. Free up. A lot of these calibrations in your skeleton system comes from distortions from mind. So let go of the mind. Let go of earthly knowledge. It's not needed. Start opening for remembrance. No, sorry. I wanted to show this one. Brian, thank you for your question. High blood pressure. What I normally do when I get a question like this, I put my hand on my heart, feel how it resonates. And this is my belief system. It doesn't necessarily need to be fitting in your belief system, but how I create my codes. And high blood pressure is often combined with stress. If there are disbalances in your environment creating this, and you haven't found yet the solution to that, coach will help you to find your own balance. So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. And all remember, every code for somebody is always for the collective as well. So So I'm I have a little scroll in what I can see who is attending, and everybody welcome. I can't see everybody because that's the way it works, but welcome and thank you for being here. If you see this recording later on, remember these codes will always work. They are in a time capsule, and so every time you listen to it, they still are valid and powerful. If you are listening to it and watching it now and it resonates for you, you can re-listen so that you go deeper, 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 deeper as far as you feel that your higher self wants you to go. Always connect to the heart. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfectly orchestrated for everyone. Sometimes we don't understand it with our earthly mind, but that's okay. We get used to that. So I've seen some people already said some names. Hi, Nico. And let me see, Katrina, hi. And Judy, welcome. Maria Walberg, hi. Welcome. Paul Wakunga, Gungu. It's a beautiful name. I probably have said it terribly, but welcome. Healing for the astral life and the blood. Can you be more specific? Because make it personal and the blood. What do you mean by that? Is it something in your blood system which needs healing? And is it for the astral life? Help me a bit to make it more specific and personal, and then I can give you the codes. From Jessica, healing from Mother Earth and the connection we have with her. So I will heal the connections we have with Mother Earth, with all the planetary, not all the planetary, all the plant systems, all the fairies, all beautiful life we don't even understand and see. So let's do that. Start with closing your eyes, put your hands on your heart. One is enough, but two is if it feels good to you, put two on it. So this is in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities, opening up the remembrance of the connection we have with this planet, with all the living forms already on this planet. Let's add all the living forms around us, from beings like the blue beings who are around, but there are many, many. There are the space fairies. Let's all connect and open the remembrance, the portals for our connections to understand, trust, and love more in these connections. Take away programs which are of disbelief. So it is only helping you to remember. Good morning from Vancouver. Thank you. Good morning. It's evening here. Beautiful that you are here. Let me see. So I can see that already that Patricia is seeing much more people than I can see. Everybody again, welcome. If you have any questions, put them also on Facebook because Patricia can write them down so that I can see them, or we find another way. So last time I also talked about setting up a session for a little donation. This is only love donation, so it's free and you can ask anything. If it's suitable and it's personal, we will work on it. But I'm also I'm going to set up a small group healing sessions with specific, probably more personal healing work. That's on a fixed donation base. If anybody's interested in that, let me know. Write me a little message on a messenger. So I'm going to set it up because this is a starting point. So you can still have influence on what time is better for you. Because I see somebody in the morning from Vancouver and I see somebody from Canada, Nico, and I know it's early in the morning over there. So maybe I can find a more suitable time for you. And if it interests you, just let me know. Okay. What I still want to do again is to keep it simple. Patricia made it a theme yesterday. It was her theme of the week. And I think it's very important to keep things simple, because if we keep things simple, we don't overwork with our mind. And to help keeping it simple is connect with your heart. So let's put some codes on that. So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. And this is an all-time space dimensions in infinities. It's taking away programs which make things complex, makes things heavy, taking them all away from your field. Heavy on the stomach. And open all aspects of your field for simplicity. Simplicity doesn't mean that it's stupid. It's like seeing the light ways. That's a nice word. Seeing the light ways. It's the dance you can do with your energy. So let go the heaviness from your shoulders, from your back, from your skeleton. This is like a combination of the spine question and the shoulder question and the back pain. And take your time to integrate. Again, if you want to ask anything to be healed, and you think it's okay to put it here, it's not personal, be open. If it's something which is attached to your system, I can make codes, and it works for everybody. So be open enough to ask that question. And let me see. Yeah, I saw that question from Paul. Let me. Why is everything? I saw this question from Paul, and I asked, "Can you be more specific?" Because I don't clearly feel the connection with Paul himself. So make it personal for yourself. What's needed, and especially that blood part. What is the specific need for the healing of blood? Okay. Hi, Judy. Thank you for thanking us. And of course, we are, well, if you saw us yesterday, or the recording of yesterday, we are working hard on getting that center in Galicia, in our source center in our source Galicia. We're still finding ways to get understanding the administrative setup, because we left Holland to get out of the system of all these regulations, and now we dived into Spain, and guess what? They got regulations, so we have to find our way to make things simple. And that's interesting because it gives us a lot of teaching, and this teaching we can learn from, and from the learning we can help others. And in fact, that's the whole system on this planet, all planets, I think. So yeah, Patricia is correcting me, or not correcting me, is adding up, is Energetic Recovery Center. And what we want to do is, and if we're going to get paid or not or whatever, we don't feel about it at the moment. First thing is to get a house, and then we have a place where we have an Energetic Recovery Center, and that can be for if somebody leaves his country, needs to be more informed on how things are with being autonomous, being energetically refreshed, want to find your remember your connection with your heart, your inner world. There are many things, and of course a lot of fun, fireplace, trance dance parties. Just have a good time and enjoy good food, organic food. So the way we do it, the way we live, the way we feel that our heart is connected to the most, to the source, to ourselves, to both of us, and to all of you. So that's what we are setting up. And if you've got any ideas on that, please let us know. We are doing it in Galicia, northwest Spain, where there's a lot of rain and a lot of sun, so it's very beautiful and green. And I hope that everybody who is able to come visit us, please do. And we do it online, of course. So you don't need to travel. And what we do best is to put things in perspective of light language. And light language is something everybody can do. My belief system is that every being has the capability of light language brought with you. Only it's hidden deep inside. And it's not really hard to get that activated. And I see on internet a lot of interesting offerings on how to activate light language. But I will give you a little, how do you say that, peek? Yeah, that you can have a little understanding how light language can be activated. So let's do that. And light language there are many forms. You can dance, you can sing, you can speak a language, you can do multiple sounds like I'm doing. There's not a specific way. You can draw, you can write, a combination of all. Of course, a lot of hand movements. There are frequencies coming from the hand, which are in a certain pattern and they are coded. So let's activate a little bit of all your light language. And the only thing I'm asking from you is give me some feedback later on when it starts being activated or when it doesn't. So, in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and this time open up for the capabilities you have to use your own light language. And this will go really deep. Ask all the beings to help. So take away your boundaries in all time, space, dimensions, and infinity. Okay, so let us integrate, and if it's a little bit powerful, just take a little rest afterwards. Take something to drink extra, because these codes will do their work. And don't be scared if you are at the butcher store and you start making sounds you didn't expect. Let it come, let it go. Applaud it, open up to it. Just start exercising, be open for it. Okay, Patricia, how can we keep our balance between head and heart? Well, I've talked about the hand on the heart. That's the first thing. If it's possible, put some duct tape on your hand and put it on the heart, stick it there and keep it there 24/7, 365 days a year. That's not always possible. Sometimes you need to use your hands. As soon as possible, put them back. If you start communicating, put your hand on your heart. It will filter through the heart all this rubbish from the mind. So this is very important. The balance between the head and the heart starts there. And next to it, I'll give you some codes, because there's a lot of programming for distraction and seduction based that the head has more importance than the heart. So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities, we're going to clear all these programs which are distracting and seducting you from the basis, the compass, the heart. Now we're gonna, after clearing this all, recalibrate the head and the heart. So people are warming up. I'm myself, I am too. Carrie, healing for being open and to give and receive unconditional love. Okay. For me, that's resonates with being pure. So being pure, being authentic in the way that you always speak what's happening, what's moving your heart, without posting it up to somebody or putting it over the fence to another, but just be open and clear. There's something in your system which is resonating, and therefore you can express that, put it into the light. Doing that as a natural thing, you will be open for unconditionality. And of course, you need to clear your heart a little bit, things like that. So let's work with that. Again, it's to be open in giving and receiving unconditional love. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. In all time, space, dimensions, and infinities, we're first going to clear all the aspects of the heart of conditionality. Take away those implants on the backside of your heart. Beautiful. And then let the unconditionality in your field, open it up. So there's no expectations. There's only pure purity. That's an interesting one to do. Thank you for that, Carrie. I see I take a little space because normally I go a little bit too quick and it's exhausting my energy field. So I'm gonna have a little peek in who is watching. Beautiful, Judy, Nico. Thank you, Nico. Yes, beautiful. It will be a great healing and recovery center. Thank you for that. And also for this one, thank you. So, and I saw some more questions. I hope if just let us know if the codes are coming at the right space. If your question is being heard, if you feel it's treated in the right way, and sometimes it's a little bit. It's a frequency. It's like it's a wave, and this wave will continuously go on. Especially when you put a question in, you open to this certain frequency. So you will receive this frequency for a longer time into your field. So be open to that as well. Drink a lot of water, of course, that's always with healings. If nobody has told you that, try to drink a little bit more before and after and during, whatever is helping you. And and I saw another question, a request from Maria. Hi, Maria. Welcome here. Letting go of control. It's a beautiful one. So let me start doing that. And control for me is like, it has to do with aspects of fear. And fear is a very heavy word in this, but it's not meant as heavy, but it has to do it has to do with what I started. It's trust. All is perfectly orchestrated. And our minds tell us that something has to be done at a certain time, before a certain moment, or whatever. Something has to be done. The heart is just telling it the direction where we have to go. So letting go of control is the control aspect is that we listen too much to the mind. So the first thing to let go of control is connection with the heart, hand on the heart again. Understand that there is somewhere in the mind an aspect which wants control. Look into that. Ask the question, what is the benefit of this control? Could I just trust? And then go inwards, 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 inwards again. I put some codes on that for you. And of course, for everybody, to close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. This is in all time, space, dimensions, in the aspect of letting go of control, of not having control, not needing control, trusting all is well, all is perfect, full trust in the multidimensionality of your being. So every time that feeling of control is there, start recognizing it, embrace it, just take it into your heart, put your hands on your heart, feel what it's doing, where it's going, clear it with this energy from your heart. And be anchored. Anchor your energy on this planet. Many ways to do that. You can touch a tree, you can walk barefoot. Many, many ways. Just feel what is yours. Yeah. I love the waves always. Yeah, it's working like that in my belief system. I hope you all agree on that, or at least agree for some part of it. And Nico thinks it's powerful. Thank you, Nico. You can feel and see a lot of energies. Maria, I hope this helps for you. A little bit of homework for you is, of course, start trusting. And you can re-listen to this recording as much as you want to. And we started with codes of the connection, connection of the heart, trust system, the belief system. Everything is perfect. It all integrates into each other, and it all helps in letting go of control. Patricia's talking about the group connection from different places in the world. One of the things we are already achieving is by having this massive, beautiful group of people at many different places in the world. We are connecting our energies, and we're making our own matrix, the one we want, the beautiful one, the heart matrix. So let's put some extra attention and coding on that, so that every time we connect to this group or another group, it doesn't need to be this one specifically, that we are manifesting a love connection. Okay. So close your eyes, open your heart, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes. In all time, space, dimension, we are going to create the love connection between all these beautiful beings who are coming together in this group or in other groups. It doesn't need to be specifically. It's always that we are opening and connecting. So coming together, bringing us together, bringing our hearts together is very, very essential, powerful work. So be of the purest light. Connect to your heart. Okay. I seem to miss something, and that is Patricia Schrijver. Robert, you missed Patricia. Okay, let me have a little search for this one. Yes, thank you. Thank you for pointing it out. And please do if I miss something. This is a beautiful one, Patricia. Forgiveness and resentment. And as I understand forgiveness, is that it has to do with connecting to your own pureness. And connecting to your own pureness in your heart, being open, being pure, being authentic. Okay, there it's coming. So forgiveness and resentment, and that's in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. Close your eyes, hand on the heart. It's often been said that forgiveness is the forgiving of yourself, your inner world. But it's the mirroring effect of others that can place us above others of forgiveness. It's other way around. It's getting in your inner world. Understand that you are not perfect, but you are a beautiful being experiencing things. So it's going back to the beauty inside of you. So open for your inner world, open for your heart space, create that purity, the trust. We are all one. All is one. One is all. And thank you for pointing out that I stepped over that question. Gary, thank you. Yeah, that's a nice one, Katrina. Codes for all to stay in gratitude. And an interesting one, because we started with this, with certain parts working towards this staying in gratitude. Gratitude, abundance is something which is already there. It's the mind which tells us it's not there. It's programs which shows us that it's impossible that it's there. It's the heart which guides us the way that it's already there and we can refine it. And one of the major things I loved when I was really getting into meditations and things like that was a gratitude meditation. And I believe it's one of the most powerful ones. And for me, it was like a long list of meditations which finalized in a gratitude one, which is beautiful. And the gratitude one is everything is perfect. So the only thing you have to be is grateful. So let's put some codes on that. Thank you for that, for the beautiful one. Put some codes on that. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. These are codes for gratitude in all time, space, dimension, and infinities for all beings. Grateful for whatever is on their energy level, in their systems, in their surroundings, in their area they are staying, in all aspects of all universe. Shiyam a tukut oshiu maya inyak shurmayin yana shuranda abatayan here's numa ours numai shur yanana ishu shur banai myers Mayur Ninayurma is Marinayur. So, yeah, Sophia, welcome here. This healing for the autonomic nervous system as a result of illusion of separation around trauma as the result of physical trauma. You entered a little bit later, I understand, Sophia. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, Patricia is doing a guided meditation. Patricia Taylor, she's on the list here. And she will work on the pineal gland clearing. This meditation is specifically for that. It's a little tip. Just join her, if possible for you, of course. Because we believe that a lot of trauma, maybe not all, but a lot of trauma is attached to the pineal gland. And you have made a beautiful, complex question. So it's a healing for autonomic nervous system as a result of the illusion of separation around trauma, as a result of physical trauma. I have to interpret that because it's, for me, it's a little bit complex at this moment. So, or maybe help me a little bit. Just explain a little bit what specifically is your aspect you want to be healed, and make it simple. I can make complex codes, but I do that normally in separate sessions because these are more like for the whole collective. And you have a beautiful idea from the heart behind this. So please give me a little help in that. And I will, of course, help you with codes for that. Thank you, Patricia. Uh, okay. Okay, I see a lot of questions. Patricia, on our Facebook timeline, you can send her a message, and we will put the link here as well, I think, or Patricia will do it. And Sophia is helping me out at this moment. So thank you for that. The opportunity goes into flights. Okay, now I understand you. I'm just Dutch. So I'm going back to your original question. So this is the ego, as I translate it. And let me see. Okay, clear. Hand on the heart, close your eyes. And this is all about trusting that all knowledge on this planet is diverting you from the heart inner space, your own world, your own universe. And all these systems are being programmed in our system for many, many, many ages. So we are starting to get some kind of a pattern to have ego reactions on certain things happening around us. So I'm going to diminish that by codes. So close your eyes, hand on the heart, in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. We're going to deprogram, reset all the programs which are stimulating the ego reactions in emotional situations. Hai shir di nim ai So help us remember to first, in every reaction, firstly go back to the heart, inner world. All programs giving you a different effect. We disable, reset, stop, delete, erase. And then secondly, it's a little bit of homework. Every time you feel there is this reaction of the ego, flight, freeze, fight, you can recognize it. So the first thing you do is put your hand on your heart, connect to your photon of the source in your heart, breathe, and then you decide what to do. Because then the heart is in charge and is guiding you as the compass as it's supposed to be. And helping you remember this. This is the code star for So I'm a curious creature, so I always love to have feedback and know how it works out for everybody. So Patricia put her link over there. This is the Zoom link. Maybe if this is too complex, Patricia VDF Taylor on Facebook Messenger, send her a message. How do you say that? A messenger message, and ask for the link, and everything will be supporting that. You will get the link. So that's 11 o'clock for Dutch-speaking people, Flemish, Dutch, South African, Dutch-speaking, everybody. 11 o'clock Amsterdam time, and 1700 Amsterdam time, the English speaking. And hopefully in a couple of years, we do it in Spanish, but not now because we're learning too hard on that. Paul Castaneda, welcome. And anxiety program. Okay, interesting. topics are really interrelated for me all. So yeah, it all has to do with the trust. Again, this is how I absorb this information. Close your eyes, hand on the heart. These are really programs to push in, clearing them from everybody's field, especially Paul's. Vortex and them away. Yeah. Go back into the trust. And this is on cellular level, so every cell of the physical body is cleared from this anxiety program and filled with trust, purity of trust. The re-belief system, remember the belief system of our inner self. And it's almost the same as I just told. It's just every time anxiety pops up, put your hand on your heart. Feel the connection with your photon of the source. Breathe. Only one time is enough, but breathe 1 or 2 times deeply. Exhale, of course, and then feel what's needed. Okay. Thank you for that question, Paul. Yeah, it's funny. I was just working on the cellular level, so yeah, it's all connected. So it's interesting that you feel and think like that. So beautiful. So, well, let's wrap it up a little bit. Or is somebody dying for some other healing aspect? But normally it would be a little bit of the time yet. This is a love donation based healing. You don't need to donate. If you want to donate, it's beautiful. I put it in the beginning. But I think the most important thing, if you like it, is to share it. If you like this, you can share it to others who can be in need or would like to listen to this or open up to that. You can share it on your social media platforms. Facebook is really hindering the sharing of these things. So please connect on my YouTube channel. I put it also there. And share as much as possible, because we did some collective love grid work on this in this session, which I really loved. And that's the way we can make it bigger, and we make our own matrix, so that we don't depend on the only existing matrix anymore. We just create our own, and that's part of the new world. So a whole different topic, but it feels like a part of the new world. So please just enjoy this, share it. If the healing was specifically meant for you, or you felt it was also meant for you, repeatedly listen to it. On my YouTube channel there are many other recordings. Sometimes it's just a little part of coach which can help you much further. Does anybody need healing? In fact, everybody doesn't, but sometimes we're just needs a little bit of help, and that's normal. We're human beings, so we can need a little bit of help. And just be open for everything. Be open for your own heart. That's the most important. So let me have a little scroll in what's happening in the. My pleasure, Paul Castaneda. I'm really bad at pronouncing those names. Thank you for being here. Catherine, hi. I hope you joined a little bit earlier. Sometimes the times are different. There's the summertime, winter time, and all this matrix nonsense. I see that. Oh, this makes me quiet. Thank you very much. And I was not alone. Huh? As Patricia is working on the backside. We do it together. We do a lot of things together. We do also healings together. So if you like or feel that there's something you really want to do, and you think there's not enough time or attention for this in this session, connect to us. And of course, talking about her, thank you all for being here. That's also for me. Let me see. And yeah, indeed, Socrates, sharing is needed. It's necessary. It's helping. It's not necessary. It's not maybe not my word. It's helping. It's we have to find new ways to share this information. And yes, thank you for saying that. And of course, thank you, Katrina. And beautiful. I'm glad that it helps and that you can feel it, that it resonates. And I believe often it helps to be to re-listen to me, because many people who listen to me for the first time are something like, he is really weird. And yeah, of course, if you hear it for the first time, it is. But I know, and people like Patricia, my partner, and Nico, they can tell me what I'm doing. They can see the energies, and they confirm that it's really helping and working. So sometimes you just have to be a little bit acquainted, is I think the right word. And so I had a great time. I will thank you. I'm thanking you all again. Sometimes my English is not as proper as it should be, but I hope you come back next week. If in the meantime, if you got stuck in something, just connect to us. Again, if you get the link for the Zoom for tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Dutch version, or 1700 Amsterdam time both. The English version, the pineal gland meditation, the guided one with light language included. See you next week. Next week on Thursday at 7 o'clock Amsterdam time is our weekly update on the center, and we hope again that we have bought a house right by then, or at least have an appointment at the notary. Well, you never know. It's mañana country. It's Spain. So it's all, but everything is perfect. And that's also the trust. Everything is perfectly orchestrated. Just trust in it. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.